Have you ever stopped to reflect deeply on the transformations that, almost silently, take place in your body as the years go by? Maybe you've noticed some small changes, or maybe you haven't even noticed them yet. But the truth is that, even if they're discreet, these signs are there, and ignoring them, especially when we're talking about intimate health after age 60, can open the door to consequences that go far beyond a simple temporary inconvenience. What many women don't know is that these changes, seemingly harmless at first, can trigger a chain reaction that affects not only their daily comfort, but also their self-esteem, emotional well-being, and even the quality of their relationships. And here's a point that few have the courage to say out loud. These changes are not only natural, but also avoidable, or, at the very least, controllable. Therefore, today, I invite you to take a closer look at the subtle signs that your body is trying to show you. There is a whole universe of hidden information behind these small alerts, and understanding this process can be the key to reclaiming vitality that you may have thought was lost. We are talking about serious problems, such as recurring infections, a constant feeling of discomfort, and even impacts on your self-esteem and daily well-being. The subject is still surrounded by taboos, but it needs to be discussed, because taking care of intimate health is not just a matter of hygiene. It's about quality of life, about how you feel in your own body, and about the freedom to live this phase in the best way possible. And the good news, small changes to your routine can bring giant transformations, making this journey much lighter and more enjoyable. Today, I'm going to show you how taking care of your intimate health can make all the difference in your life and give you practical tips to feel more comfortable and confident every day. Therefore, I invite you to watch this video until the end. And in the meantime, take the opportunity to comment on where you are following us. This interaction is essential so that we can strengthen this community of people who, like you, want to live longer and better. After all, time passes for everyone. It's an inevitable fact. But have you noticed how some people reach maturity with energy, disposition, and make the most of every moment, while others face a series of difficulties that limit their daily lives? What is the secret of this? The answer lies in care. We notice that throughout life the body changes, the skin transforms, and each phase requires special attention. But the big question is, are you prepared for these changes? If not, stay with me until the end, because what I'm going to share today could make all the difference to your well-being. Over the years, the body's energy changes, and along with it, profound transformations occur that few talk about openly, especially when it comes to intimate health. And the most worrying thing, the vast majority of women face these changes without even realizing what is actually happening. Some only feel a slight discomfort and believe it is something temporary. Others begin to notice dryness, irritation, and even constant discomfort, but often choose silence, either due to lack of information or believing that there is nothing that can be done. What many don't know is that there are simple, natural, and highly effective solutions to deal with these challenges and restore quality of life. But after all, what is happening inside the female body after the age of 60? Are these changes a mystery? The answer is no. Science has studied these transformations for decades, and today we know exactly what the root of it all is: hormones. With the arrival of menopause, estrogen levels drop drastically. This hormone has always been largely responsible for maintaining the elasticity and lubrication of the intimate region, and its reduction causes a series of changes that directly impact a woman's well-being. This is where it all starts. With this hormonal drop, The vaginal wall becomes thinner, natural lubrication decreases, and elasticity is gradually lost. But don't think that this is just a detail or a small inconvenience. For many women, this change represents a significant impact on self-esteem and quality of life, which can affect everything from everyday comfort to relationships and emotional health. Maybe you've already noticed something different about your own body. Small signs may have appeared without you realizing the seriousness of these changes. But the good news is that there are ways to reverse this situation without having to resort to invasive procedures or temporary solutions. And here's a crucial point that almost no one mentions. You don't have to accept these changes as inevitable. You don't have to live with dryness, discomfort, or the feeling that you are losing control over your own body. There are natural and scientifically proven methods that can restore your intimate health and give you back the well-being you deserve. But before we talk about these solutions, it is essential to understand the consequences of ignoring these transformations, because we are not just talking about discomfort. Letting these changes go unnoticed can trigger much more serious problems over time. When natural lubrication decreases, the intimate region becomes more vulnerable to infections. This happens because the beneficial bacteria, which have always acted as a protective barrier, lose part of their defense capacity. Furthermore, vaginal pH undergoes significant changes. Previously, it was acidic enough to prevent the proliferation of unwanted microorganisms. Now, with this balance weakened, the region becomes a favorable environment for recurring infections and constant irritations. But the effects don't stop there. With the weakening of the muscles in the pelvic region, another very uncomfortable consequence can arise: urinary incontinence. That constant fear of not being able to hold in urine when coughing, laughing, or even getting out of bed can become an uncomfortable reality for many women. And if there is something that directly affects self-esteem and security in everyday life, it is this lack of control over one's own body. But pay attention, this does not need to be a definitive sentence. In several parts of the world, women have already discovered natural ways to maintain their intimate health without relying on expensive treatments or painful procedures. And the most interesting thing, many of these solutions have been used for centuries, and only now is science confirming their effectiveness. The first big secret is in herbal medicine. Since ancient times, women from different cultures have turned to specific herbs to alleviate menopause symptoms and restore balance to the body. Today, scientific research proves that some natural substances are extremely effective in restoring lubrication, strengthening intimate tissues, and even regulating hormones naturally. A powerful example is Peruvian maca, which has been widely studied for its effects on hormonal balance and revitalizing feminine energy. Ginger, in turn, improves blood circulation, promoting greater health for the intimate region. Chamomile and calendula are incredible for sitz baths, providing immediate relief from irritations and discomforts. And it doesn't stop there. Another powerful secret lies in natural oils. The famous coconut oil and rosehip oil are excellent allies when it comes to deep hydration of the vaginal skin. They help restore elasticity, providing comfort and well-being in a completely natural way. Furthermore, there are specific oils that can make a huge difference to the health of the pelvic region, preventing and even reversing urinary incontinence and muscle flaccidity. Taking care of your intimate health doesn't have to be complicated, and with the right strategies, you can completely transform the way you feel at this stage of life. Kegel exercises are a technique proven for decades and widely recommended for strengthening the muscles in the pelvic region. They have a direct impact on reducing the risk of urinary incontinence, in addition to improving circulation and promoting more firmness and elasticity in intimate tissues. However, despite their effectiveness, few women are taught about these exercises, and almost no one talks about the importance of including them in their routine, which is a huge waste, as these are simple, quick, and discreet techniques that can completely transform a woman's experience over the years. Now, imagine the following scenario. You start to apply these changes in your daily life. Small adjustments that don't require much effort, but that make all the difference. In a matter of weeks, you notice that your body responds positively. The natural hydration of the intimate region gradually returns. The feeling of dryness disappears. Discomfort is no longer a problem. And best of all, without the need to resort to invasive treatments or temporary solutions. This is exactly what differentiates women who simply accept these transformations as something inevitable from those who know that there are concrete strategies to live this phase healthily and fully. The secret is not just knowing that the body changes, but understanding how to act to reverse or minimize the impacts of these changes in the most effective way possible. And when you start implementing these strategies correctly, transformation becomes inevitable. Now that you better understand the natural changes that happen in your body and how they affect your intimate health, the most important moment of all has arrived. Having knowledge about what is happening is essential, but just knowing is not enough. After all, understanding the problem without taking action does not bring any real improvement to your life. Real change happens when you take action. And one of the first steps you can take starting today is to start taking better care of your body's natural lubrication. Here's a fact that few people mention. Menopause isn't solely responsible for vaginal dryness. Your diet, your hydration level, and even your movement routine directly impact the moisture and elasticity of your intimate area. This means that, depending on your daily choices, your diet could be further aggravating the problem. Or, if used strategically, it could become a great ally in recovering your intimate health. And this is exactly where an essential question arises. Which foods can help in this process? The answer lies in phytoestrogens, natural compounds present in certain foods that help the body balance hormones in a healthy way. Flaxseed, for example, is one of the main sources of these phytoestrogens, and consuming just 1 spoonful per day can have a significant impact on natural hormone replacement. In addition, fermented soybeans and some types of grains are also extremely beneficial for female health. But here's a crucial detail. There's no point including these foods in your diet if, at the same time, you continue consuming products that inflame the body and worsen menopause symptoms. Refined sugar, for example, can further intensify vaginal dryness and hinder the body's natural ability to produce lubrication. This brings us to another fundamental factor: correct hydration. You may have already heard that drinking water is essential for your health, but there is one detail that almost no one mentions. After the age of 60, the body loses part of its efficiency in retaining fluids, which means that even if you drink plenty of water, your cells may not be absorbing that hydration optimally. The good news is that there is a simple solution to this problem. Adding a pinch of pink Himalayan salt and a few drops of squeezed lemon to a glass of water can enhance the absorption of liquids by the body, ensuring more effective hydration at a cellular level. Now, stop and reflect. If just by adjusting your diet and improving your body's hydration, you can recover natural lubrication, imagine what can happen when you combine this with another powerful strategy: strengthening the vaginal muscles. This is because, in addition to lubrication, elasticity also needs to be restored. And this is where a practice comes in that few women know about, but that should be taught to everyone in the first years of menopause: Kegel exercises. They are extremely simple, quick, and can be done anywhere, without anyone noticing. The technique basically consists of contracting the pelvic floor muscles for a few seconds, relaxing and repeating this cycle for a few minutes daily. And the benefits are impressive. Women who practice Kegel exercises frequently report not only a great improvement in lubrication, but also the end of urinary incontinence, an increase in blood circulation in the intimate area, and even greater comfort and pleasure in relationships. But we don't stop there yet. There is another extremely effective practice, validated by both modern science and ancestral traditions: intimate massage with specific oils. Just as the skin on your face and hands needs hydration and nutrition to stay healthy, vaginal skin also needs special care. One of the most recommended oils for this type of care is rosehip oil, famous for its regenerative and restorative properties for the skin. Another powerful option is sesame oil, widely used in Ayurvedic medicine to stimulate circulation and improve the elasticity of intimate tissues. Now, think about the impact this could have on your life. Imagine that every day you take a few minutes to apply these strategies. Include foods rich in phytoestrogens in your diet. Ensure ideal hydration. Strengthen the muscles in the pelvic region, and nourish your intimate skin with restorative oils. Each of these steps, individually, is capable of bringing significant improvements. But when you combine all these practices within a structured self-care routine, the results become simply surprising. And here's an essential point. This is not about vanity. It's about health, well-being, and quality of life. Because the great truth is that aging well is a choice. You may decide to ignore these changes and simply accept the discomforts as if they were inevitable. Or you can do it differently. Invest in yourself, take care of your body, and live this phase in the best way possible. And no matter your age, it's never too late to start taking care of yourself and regain the comfort and safety that your body deserves. Ultimately, the difference between a life full of limitations and a full life lies in the small decisions you make every day. And now, the choice is in your hands. What will you do from today to ensure that your intimate health is in its best state? The answer to this question can completely transform the way you live. And more than that, this answer could be the first step towards regaining not only the comfort of your body, but also the confidence to live each day with more lightness, energy, and fullness. Don't underestimate the power of these small changes we share here. They are the foundation for lasting well-being and for a new phase of your life, where you feel in control of yourself, your body, and your choices. So, if this content made sense to you, take this moment to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and make sure you don't miss any of the next videos that will help you take even better care of your health and quality of life. Share this video with other women who also deserve to live more comfortably and safely, and of course, don't forget to leave a like. This is essential so that we can continue to bring valuable content like this. And I also invite you to interact in the comments. Tell me if you had already stopped to think about these signs that the body gives, and what strategies you have already started to adopt in your routine. Your experience can inspire many other people here. See you in the next video, with even more transformative tips for you to live each phase of your life with health, self-esteem, and fulfillment. Until the next video.